Light is the breeze of life. With other words, without light we have darkness, and then this is not very far away from going to the graveyard. I spent 3 years at the Academy of Fine Arts in Düsseldorf. I wanted to start in an abstract way, but this was not allowed. So first of all, I had to follow the traditional conditions of an academy. And after this has happened, I got into a situation of depression, because the question was arising, how can it go on with my development? In those days, the mainstream in the art world was art formel. But in terms of discussion with Otto Pine, I realized that the analytic cubism by Picasso had completely killed the so-called central perspective system, dictum, because instead of compositions after 500 years, now we have structures in front of us. And I did my first attempts in paintings, and I went on repeating always lines next to each other in a parallel system. And Pine did not work with lines, he worked with points. And Uecker joined our friendship, and these three persons became the trias of Zero. I must tell you that after 1966, after the Zero period, I told myself, Heinz Mack, you have to give up painting. Painting is gone, once for all. And instead of doing paintings, I spent more than 30 years doing kinetic work and relief work. And then in 1991, I started again with painting. Perhaps I had been already so old that I lost control about me. All of a sudden, I had a feeling that without colors, life doesn't make sense. And I started with paintings, of course, devoted to structure. That's the reason why I call it chromatic constellations, because the colors do have a balance between each other. Each color does have its own space, its own tendency to go forward or to go backwards. And some colors, it depends on their neighborhood. Each color is carrying a certain amount of light. Like a dark color doesn't emit a lot of light. But the emission of this high yellow does have this character of being open for the space. All this has to be considered if a painting really get a kind of harmony. And this is something for which I get a lot of criticism too. Since all my life, I'm always been criticized because my work is too beautiful. This concerns another general question: does beauty still have a meaning in modern art?